Beautiful spot out here by the creek. It's going to be cold tonight. It will be below freezing. So, going to get the shelter set up nice and quick. I'll go over all the stuff I brought. In my bag of tricks, waste bin, handle, another stainless steel waste bin I can use to hopefully cook on. There's a fire pit, but I'm going to try to keep it as authentic and cleaning as possible. Steel wool, all-purpose clothesline. That means all-purpose is in camping. Fly swatters, mops, paper towel, bunch of stuff. But I got to get a tent set up. It's already getting a little chilly. Sun goes down in about 3.5 hours, so I got some time to get this set up and gather some firewood. But I'm going to try to make a tent out of garbage bags. And I could probably make a little ground sheet or a thermarest type thing by putting in leaves into some garbage bags as well. So got some heavy duty ones. They should do the job. All-purpose clothesline. Now, I was filming this same idea a couple of days ago, and I was trying to make a hammock, but that'll take a little more skill than I have. I know some people definitely have made hammocks out of garbage bags, but didn't work for me. Fell down, got a little scratch on me somewhere, but yeah, that was fun. So going with the foolproof method today. Gonna borrow a rock from the river here. This will work for a tent peg. Got an all-purpose mop, so that means tent pole, and just like that, anchored down to the rock on the other side, and I'll just build a little tent around it. I'm going to do 2 rocks out on an angle. I know I could have attached it to that other tree, but I don't want to get clotheslined. One of the downsides to using clothesline for this stuff is it stretches, which led to tragic outcomes for that hammock. Unless you're a spectator, then it was hilarious. Not bad, not bad. It's going to be a little cold, so keeping this thing double layer, so it'll be like a 3-season tent. Okay. Clip a few of these on for now. Try to tape them together. Clothespins are aesthetically pleasing, but they're not the strongest knife in the drawer. So some packing tape on this situation will make things weather resistant, windproof, IP67 rated. Things are nicely taped up. I'm just going to do a sideways panel on each side. It should just take a couple of bags sideways, and this palace will be ready for action. So a few little river rocks on the edge here. Work like tent pegs. I couldn't think of anything cleaning related that could be a tent peg, so here we are. Home, sweet home. And there you have it. For the low, low price of your dignity, you can save a few dollars on a tent that is of adequate structure. So I'm going to fill some garbage bags with leaves for a little sleeping pad so I'm not right on the ground. And just provided some extra insulation because the R value of a sheet of plastic is like -2. So we'll get this all filled up and gather some firewood and start a nice little fire here, I think. after a few handfuls, this is all full of sticks and twigs and probably ticks. So I'm just going to crumple up some paper towel and put her in here. That'll be a fine sleeping pad for me. Yeah, that works. Should stay dry. We'll probably grab a couple more rocks and stick them around the edge because the rocks and the tape are doing a lot of the heavy lifting for this setup. A few other fire pits around here, so people do come down here. Nobody tonight because it's fairly cold. But it's probably also picked pretty clean of firewood. But a little bridge over there, wander across, see what we can find. Definitely a well-beaten trail here, and another campsite up here by the looks of it. Going to be grabbing a bunch of pieces of small diameter wood by the looks of it. It'll take a bit, but beautiful creek. Don't have to worry about water. Got a modest assembly of firewood for tonight. Shelter's all set up, and today's step 2 is I'll continue drinking my orange flavored sports drink. Because camping isn't just about going into the woods for a sesh. It's about getting in touch with nature, cooking some food, hearing a babbling creek right beside you while you drift off to sleep. And that'll be the plan tonight. Got extra rocks around the sides of that shelter, so it shouldn't be blown away anywhere. And gonna get a fire going. I like to ration the wood as much as possible. Start it like a little bit later in the evening, because if I run out of wood, it's gonna be a cold night. One of these cleaning supply things I brought with me to give some nice ambience and to get a nice smell in the air is this Lakeside Forest scented candle. It's a 3-wicker, so you know they mean business. Nature. There's a million ways to start a fire with cleaning supplies. Half the stuff under the sink is going to work. But today, for safety's sake, I'm choosing hand sanitizer. It's the same basic stuff as that gel fire starter, and I'm going to be a little bit generous because the days of rationing this stuff are thankfully gone. And what we're going to do, start that up, is steel wool. Has to be the actual steel wool, not the stuff that has soap in it, and a battery. So this should work. Like a dream. Woo! All right. That's what I like. See, I can start 10 more fires with this thing. Easy. 12 pack. 11 more fires. Excellent.
What you want to do is save hundreds when Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance.
That's great, but can you ask your friend to stop digging into the green?
I can ask, but he's not going to. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.